Hello, everybody.
What's going on, guys?
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of
Beach Cat Cinema Corner.
Right on, right on. All right, guys. Well, we got the review. We got a chance to watch the movie. The movie actually is The Exorcist, The Believer. That was a pretty decent movie to say the least. I was somewhat pretty much intrigued by how they're going to make this movie when I know some of us have seen the original,
Right.
and just how now we're going to have sort of one person possessed, two
Yeah.
possessed, and it was just amazing to me, like just how like wow. I mean, the ending is just so mind. Well, it was really wow. It was crazy. Crazy, man.
Yeah, there were aspects of the movie I liked, and there were aspects of the movie I didn't like. I love the concept of it, almost like a demon being divided in two between the two girls. I thought that was just something. There was more opportunity to explore, and I think for me, what I wasn't impressed with it was there was an opportunity to build a different story, and it was almost kind of like they took new concepts and put it onto the same map that was already done.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
I have to concur with that one. Yeah, too. I mean, like I said, like it was good, but I don't say it wasn't great.
Yeah.
It just like Barry was saying, it just seemed like it was kind of like adding on just to the original Exorcism, and I do believe they had the Exorcist 2, which unfortunately I don't remember ever. I don't recall ever seeing that one.
Now, what about the exorcism of Emily Rose? Is that part of the same
that one? I'm not sure.
Series or no?
I'm not sure, folks. If you guys know that an answer to that one, please comment down below on that one. Yeah, we can really use the help on that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, because I remember seeing that one. That was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. But yeah, it's. I know some people will say that it's all these exorcism movies, like they're pretty much getting watered down. It's like this and that. Like we don't know the coming of it. Yeah, they get possessed, and then they got all these. Everybody's starting to try to do these seances and trying to get the priest or pastor or something like that to once again to rescue somebody who's being possessed, which I did find kind of interesting though when in this movie that how these different religion, these groups. You have one like I think they walk around with snakes in and around and all that stuff, and like they'll kiss the snake or what have you, and then you have Catholic priests that they're pretty much which I grew up as a Catholic, by the way, that they go and have these sayings about like casting out the devils. Then you have. I guess I want to say it was a Protestant or a pastor, if you will, there and too, and how they were different but yet the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like they came together because if you remember that one scene with that one the priest, he just sat there in the car.
Right,
because he didn't want nothing to do with it because all the other cardinals, which is part of the Catholic religious order, was telling him like, you don't want to do this. This is very, very dangerous, very dangerous. And I guess he and eventually he just decided just to be brave about it and do it. But unfortunately, he died.
Right. Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
He turned his head around or something.
They twisted this dude's neck. Like around like a pretzel, man. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because I feel like in a lot of the older movies during the original Exorcist time, everybody would need the priest. The priest didn't know if he'd want to go, and then he'd go and save the day. But it's almost crazy now because it's almost like the more the movies come out, the more you start seeing like even the priest isn't strong enough to beat the demon.
Right.
It was interesting with I was watching the first was it the first Omen? That's on. I was watching it on whatever streaming thing.
Okay.
And I know that just came out, and it was interesting because there was a discussion in the movie about how there were two churches. Because it seems like in a lot of movies now too, there's you'll go to a church as the main character, and then you're following the priest, but some of the priests or some of the nuns seem evil, and it's like, well, how can they both operate in the same house? And in the first Omen, they were talking about how there's always two churches, one for the divine, one for, I guess you'd call them the fallen, or something along those lines.
Right.
So yeah, I think that definitely was the concept that I feel like is just kind of picked up on more now. But I do feel like you were saying where it's the same storyline over and over and over again. It's like, because I love horror. We always talk about horror and stuff like that. But it's like,
what, you can see the poster behind us here. Where how devoted fans we are of horror movies.
Mm-hmm. But it's just, how can they bring a more original stories? I mean, I'm excited for the new Conjuring when that one comes out. I think it's later this year. But
we're definitely gonna be doing a review on that one for sure. Mm-hmm. And we'll see check out the trailer, and then we'll show the trailer for you guys as well. Yeah,
but it's just like, what can they do to bring more variation to the story? Because I mean, even in The Conjuring, the Devil Made Me Do It, I didn't like the route that they went so much CGI. But again, it's just, how much more can they go into the exploration of Latin language, or just again, like storyline. I feel like I would like to see more new concepts with new story. Keep the same structure, like, a little girl gets possessed, little boy gets possessed, or whatever, or a woman's pregnant with two kids, one's good, one's evil. Keep the same concept, but just build a different world around it, in my opinion. Bring more life to some of the characters, and I guess maybe not make it feel like it's a repeat, like just a copy and paste of the last movie, just an updated version of it.
Right, yeah. No, yeah, totally. Yeah. I totally agree with that. And, because you keep reinventing the wheel, and yeah, we're up for something new.
Yeah. Yep. So what would you score it?
Yeah. For this movie, I'll have to give it maybe about a 6.5 on there.
That was same number, same number for me.
With you, right?
Same exact number, man. I think it's fair.
Yeah, like, I mean, kudos for all the actors. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did what they can. I mean, and the whole again with the whole concept. I mean, of how it was just being done over and over and over.
Right.
However, also though, I did kind of like the ending, a little of the ending when. And many of you have seen the original Exorcist, Reagan, because the mother was there trying to help them out too, and she ended up in the hospital, and she lost her eyes and whatnot. And then at the end, this person comes into the room, and she's like trying to wondering who it was, and ended up being her daughter. It was Reagan. I thought that was actually pretty kind of cool. Yeah. I like that. I was like, oh man, that's it, dude. That got me in the heart right there.
Yeah, I think the one thing that was cool at the end of it was when they were the two girls were tied back to each other in the chairs, and everyone was standing in a circle around them, and I think that the demon was saying something like, ask for me to stay. And then the other girl will die, and then the one father did that, and then the demon almost kind of like swapped it, like tricked them.
Yeah. That was pretty wild. And and like what Garrett was just saying, like the swap, like it was like they had to choose.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. No.
Yeah.
I could. No, wait, man. I mean, folks, you probably know out there. I mean, those of you who have kids or guardians of children and whatnot, I mean, to able to do something like that, right? If you're, heaven forbid, if your kid has become possessed, and then and their friend possessed too, and then you have to make a choice between who's going to live and who's going to die.
Right.
That's too much. That's just way too much of that factor. And I mean, but basically the other girl end up dying, which was so sad, and but wow, but yeah, but again, you guys go check it for yourself.
Yeah, I highly recommend.
I'd really love to hear anybody who's watched it, who's going to. Well, if you're going to watch, I'm sorry for the spoilers because we already kind of spoiled it out for you. Right. But those who have watched it, please, leave a comment and let us know what you thought about the Exorcist, the Believer.
Yeah, and next question would be, if they make another one, what do you think that they're going to do different? Did you see anything maybe in the first they would like to maybe draw from for a sequel, or do you think it'd be a completely different story? What are your guys' thoughts on that too?
Absolutely, yeah. definitely.
Yep.
Well, that's all I can. You got anything else you want to add on
Wraps
there?
it up for me, man.
That's it for me too, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe. We appreciate that as well. And well, until next time, we'll catch you guys on the next round.
See you soon,
Stay
guys.
tuned.
Cool.
All right. Catch y'all later.